Okay, we're officially live now.
Yep.
So we're back. We have any viewers that show up, we'd love to have you. Again, we're sorry for all of the technical difficulties. It appears that, you know, Google's a dork. We don't have any viewers right now. We're kind of low on views, so I guess we can just kind of hang out, Ty.
All right.
What we're good at. We're good.
Look, you guys, we can draw.
Are you drawing? I can't tell.
There's stamps too. Oh, I need to stop. This is too much. Oh, what am I doing? Searching for a face? What did I do? Okay, I'm trashing that because that's no. I don't. Okay, I gotta get out. How do I get out of it?
I don't know.
I see like eyes, and then text and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not doing that because that's so awesome.
It's totally awesome. Okay. I am officially angry with Google.
Why?
Okay, got it. Let's see.
I think I saw
Raquel said hello.
Raquel.
In her question.
In here.
Hello, Raquel.
Hi, Raquel.
It was more of a greeting than a question, but we still love you anyway, so we're gonna say hello.
She says hello. Hi.
So we answered that question, which
yes.
was actually a comment.
What question was it? I don't even know.
No, she was probably just testing the Q&A and just saying hello, so we saw
hello. So we were trying to get people to like, don't mind me. I was trying to like play with that drawing thing.
Oh, it's all good.
That's new. So what's going on?
Let's see. I'm still typing up the reading right now, but this is your Q&A. I'm supposed to be asking you what's going on.
Okay, yeah, ask me questions. I mean, hey, hi, doll.
Hi, Raquel.
What do people want to know?
Okay, I want to know, what are you working on now, and what do you have coming up for either the rest of the year or next year?
On the author, well, let's see. I have, on the author front, I have a new book coming out. I don't know when it'll be out. It was formerly known as Knocked Out. It's called, I think, tentatively a Knockout. I am revising it for a publisher for a series.
So, you are being published by a publisher.
Yes, I've taken, if you notice, you cannot purchase, people, if you've noticed, you can no longer purchase Knocked Out because Knocked Out is no longer for sale because it was signed. So this is why you can no longer purchase Knocked Out. But it'll be revised. It'll be revised in the way that it should have been intended. And that was, and I will admit, fully, that was on me. I wasn't, and I told this to Tigris, the book was too short, and I get where everyone was coming from. It just kind of the ending and certain elements of it were rushed. And I don't want to do that this time. And so I want to give it the time that it needs to develop into a full-fledged sports romance. So it's being revised. I'm going to add 15,000 words to it, and then off to the next one. And they will be series. I think the next one's going to be a tap out. It's called, I know the series, I think it's tentatively called Fighting for Love. So, so I'm really excited about it. I think there's 3 or 4 books planned with it. And then after that, I have to do a Kindle World story. It'll be published in January, I do believe. It's for Carly Phillips, Kindle World, for the Dare series. I don't even have a name for mine yet. I'm still thinking of that. I actually am going to start writing that probably this week. And then after that, I have the story that actually is a little bit different than what I've done before that I'd love to continue to work on. I call it like the Hunter Springs trilogy. And it's basically about this this journalist who goes back home after her father dies, and she lives in this small town. And the town is pretty much the story. Pretty much they're the sub characters in the story. There's a lot of colorful characters in the story. And she takes over her late father's newspaper, and she's like this formerly high fashion, well-known, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. And it's her trials and tribulations. And all during this time, she's fighting with her ex named Jason. So that's that. And that's what I've been working on and stuff. So it's been a year since I've had anything published. And then we have Romantic Tales.
Yes.
Which will be out, which not this year, but sometime next year.
Sometime next year, yes. We haven't nailed down any dates yet. Ty and I have lots of projects in the works. Yeah. And so because we stay busy, sometimes things get put on the back burner in our team, or I should just say Romantic Tales, so that way it doesn't get confused with Romantic Times.
Yeah.
And, we had to put that on the back burner. But if you've noticed, both of my stories that were in Romantic Tales are both now their own series. One is the newer series, which first book was the Genesis Project.
Hang on, this is my neighbor.
Is there a question? Oh, there's a question. What happened? Where'd you go?
Come on, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. And then Red Hawk Mercenary Group Ghost. But we have a question, so I'm going to give this question to Michelle. Raquel says, is there any genre that you secretly would like to dabble in?
Yeah, historical. I would even say steampunk, but it wouldn't turn out bad. But it wouldn't turn out great. But I do every so often like steampunk.
So steampunk.
And or one of those Regency. I like those Regency novels too. I would love to do one of those.
Oh, interesting. What kind of Regency? Like which period?
I like the Victorian era, or like the medieval stuff, I really like that. Brenda Joyce, many moons ago, I'm a huge Brenda Joyce fan. She did the Warren series. Is anybody familiar with who Brenda Joyce is? I think she's currently writing like a time traveler series now. But she wrote a series of books, and one of my favorite families that I did follow that she was writing the series on was the Warren family. And she literally went from medieval through history, through up until present day with them. And they're fabulous. I urge anybody to read those books. And my favorite ones from those series were the Regency ones. Fabulous.
That sounds nice. Any other questions? I know Raquel's like the only person on here, so I guess Raquel's going to get all the goodies today. No. Why don't you tell Raquel what she is going to be getting?
Well, I don't know if does she have Crave yet?
I don't know. Raquel, do you have Crave? You can put it in the question box if you want, sweetheart.
Let's see. Question. Let me see.
My Jack. My cup.
Yeah, I'm asking her to submit it. Oh, she's got. Geez, who's your favorite director? Is it Tim Burton? Did you? Okay. For anybody who follows Tigris 9 and follows our exploits on Facebook, you would have seen us jumping for joy because we thought this film trailer for Pop and that we supposedly thought Tim Burton directed was like real. Freaking fans. Y'all are geniuses with a lot of time on your hands. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
You don't? Okay. Well, congratulations. Pop in your email and I'll send it to you.
Wow, she does not. So
I'm surprised she doesn't.
Congrats, Raquel. You get a copy of Crave.
Yay!
My camera sucks. I look like a great pixelated person.
She's like the only person. Sorry.
I know, but we enjoy having even our one viewer.
I know our one viewer.
And hang out with us. We appreciate it. It's cool. Okay, let's see. I guess I'm going to give away something too, since Raquel is like my ride or die chick, and she shows up for everything almost when she's like, woohoo! Let's see. Raquel, I'm going to let you pick. Do you want a book or do you want a cool item?
Oh.
So you can choose to get either a book or a cool item. And I'm not going to tell you what the cool item is. I'm just going to let you pick cool item or book. Raquel actually won last night at Tigris Talks too. She got the $25 Amazon gift card.
She goes, I get you all but to myself. Yes, you do.
You get us all to yourself.
Yep. Be selfish, girl. Be selfish.
Be selfish.
Be selfish.
So now we just have to see which one she's going to pick. If she's going to pick an item or
I wonder if she's going to pick a survival guide. Those are cool, T.
Which one?
The survivor guides. I like those both.
I haven't, I've only have 2 that I've given out, but if Raquel was to choose to have a survivor pack, I would definitely put one together for her.
She said a cool item.
She said cool item. Okay, so with that being said, what I just said, Raquel, would you like the survivor pack to be your cool item? And if so, which genre would you like your survival pack to be? So right now I have Paranormal Survivor Pack, Reader Survival Pack, and I have Contemporary Romance Survival Pack. But if you choose a different genre other than those 2, I guarantee you I will get creative. And we just got another viewer on. So, hi, second viewer. Raquel's picking up all the guests. I might do another one too. So Raquel, will that be a survival pack for you as your cool item, or would you just like one cool item?
She said, hell yes, paranormal.
Oh, she wants a paranormal pack? Okay. Yep. Well, Raquel will now be the proud owner of a paranormal survival reader pack. Woo! Which will come with
Raquel's getting all the gifts today, all the swag.
Trinkets. So yes, I think I have Raquel's address already. I've had Raquel's address since, oh my God,
I think I do too, actually. I think I may already have it.
But yes, Raquel, you might have to private message me on Facebook your address one more time, unless you're part of Eden's Den and it's on the spreadsheet. If it's on the spreadsheet, I'll find it there. But if not, you can private message me your address, and I will start putting together a paranormal survival pack for you. And because you chose that, if you remember correctly, I had 2 sample bags coming with the logos on them. So obviously, because you're getting the, well, it's really the 3rd paranormal survivor pack, but I already told my other ones, my other 2 testers, that they were getting the sample bags. I will indeed give you the first official Tigris Eden's paranormal survival pack.
Woo!
All the stuff in there.
Is she squeeing?
You get a squeeing. So that is what will happen, Raquel. I'm sorry, my editor just pinged me on Facebook because she just got all her books that I sent her. So she was squealing. Yay! Okay, so Ty, let's talk about a series that I know you've been working on back and forth. Your Borderman. Is it Borderman's or Borderland? I always get that wrong.
It's Borderman. It's Borderman. But okay. You know what? We will talk about this. And I don't talk about this series a lot because it is in a genre that I never write about, and that's horror. And basically what Borderman is, and Tigris had an opportunity to read this some time ago, but it's basically, I call it Alien, pretty much is my version of an Alien story. Think of Alien mashed up with a Yeti. That's how I think of the story. But basically, Raquel's too funny. Basically, what Borderman is about, it's set in the future, and it's set, now the Earth is pretty much divided in sections. And there was a series of environmental issues that have caused the Earth to be in sections. And in one end, where the wealthy live, it's nice, sunny, beautiful weather. Where the criminals are, it is all encased in ice and snow and literally the harshest weather that you can ever get. Surrounded in between these sections, between the ice and the pure heat, are bordermen. And they protect the borders from not only criminals, but from other elements that have evolved because of this. And there is and some of these, creatures that have evolved from it can cure illnesses. And so we meet this young doctor, and she needs to get to this special sect to help cure an illness for somebody. And the one person who can get her there is now her ex-fiance. And he just left his job as a borderman.
Now, is he the Yeti?
To fulfill his father's duties in state. His father is a governor, and he's next in line for that. So it's so needless to say, he begs her not to and to go. She does it anyway, and of course he goes with her. And then there's craziness that ensues. And there's already, just as he left, there was a series of murders that were happening within the borders, and it was the first time in many years that it's happened. So.
Okay, so can I ask a question that may or may not give it away, and if it does, you do not have to answer?
Sure.
Is he the Yeti vampire thingy you're talking about?
I haven't even thought about that, to be honest. It could be. He's literally how I am envisioning the creature. He's tearing these people from limb to limb. But his blood but his blood is their blood anyway, not just he or she, but their blood is I guess it can cure people from things. So they actually have a beneficial purpose as they're killing people.
Oh, very good twist. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeti vampire, right?
Yeti vampire or Yeti, yeah, it's something. There's a twist to it. I haven't figured out that because it's so early in the game with it, and it's in the early stages. But I do like the dynamic between the two characters, and I always find for some reason I just noticed this. I always have couples that are combative with one another. I don't know what that means. Has anybody noticed that that's a running theme in my stories?
I noticed it, but I thought it was very cleverly put together. Because I mean, what relationship? I mean, I guess there are some fictional relationships that run smoothly, but I think it adds to the tension when you have two people who are like butting heads constantly, but are immensely attracted to one another at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the exception of Decadent Dreams and Mail Order Groom, the rest of the characters have been very combative. I know in the Hunter Springs when I have a quarter of that written, and Jason and Kat are at each other's throats now. I'm having a blast writing that.
You know, I don't like that name, Jason.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
And we all know that I'm a cat in real life. And
you know what? I didn't think. I didn't even think when I told you that, you're like, oh my goodness. I was like, I totally forgot.
I don't like that name. I don't like that name.
Like, woohoo!
That's okay. We will not let LL read your horror book.
Yeah, I really noticed that my characters have a lot of angst, and she says it sounds so good. Raquel says it sounds so good. You just like fictional drama, which we all secretly love. Yes, thank you, Raquel. You're right on the money. I do like Tigris. I do. You know, I like fictional drama. I like really flawed characters, to be honest. I don't like I had an idea today for something. Another story. I don't know. That actually may end up being, I don't know. I was gonna have that be my Dare thing, but I think there already is something with a rock theme, Dare to Rock, which I haven't read yet. I think that's Carly's latest. So I may pass on that and may write something along those lines. But I really like flawed characters, and because you know what, life isn't perfect, as we all know. So there's always ebb and flows, and to me, I like my characters to be three-dimensional. And I did an interview with Talk Nerdy with Us this week about By Sunset, if you could believe it. That's been 5 years since I've been published. 6 years, going on 6 years in December. And I guess people really like how I write very visually, I was told. I had a couple of other people say that too. And I guess, you know, they mentioned the race, they mentioned pretty much all that stuff. So that means a lot. I like movies, so I kind of see when I write, how I write, I see things almost like as a movie type of thing. So that's how I see it. As I write it, it's almost like a movie kind of going on as I write, with intermissions.
Intermissions are cool. Okay, so let's see. We talked about border men. Oh, okay. Here's a question. What was it like writing the dragon races? Is that the right, or was it the elder races?
That was fun, and that was very special.
And there has never been another book since. Where did it go?
The reason why there hasn't been a book since, and I'll tell you why, and there may be another one. It is with another publisher, by Sunset. And it's not that I don't care for the publisher. We just have different philosophies on it, and I wanted to redo the book. If I can't redo By Sunset in the way that it's intended, then I don't feel that I would write right now a second book until the first one is done the way I want it to be done. And maybe it'll happen one day with them. Maybe it won't. But that book is very special to me. It was the very first book that I got published. I was contracted. It was fun to write it. It was very exhilarating. I never thought that would be, out of anything that I wrote, anything that would be my first book published. I had a really good time writing it. It's fun to write races and different action scenes. I really enjoy that a lot. And it's at its core, it's about loyalty. Julian has a loyalty to his family, to the royal crest. He also has, and it's also a love story. He truly loves Elena. And I love that aspect of it. And I have to say this, I am a Caleb fan. Caleb is so dark and so evil, but he's deliciously evil and hot that you almost want, and I heard this from people, that they were rooting for him at the end, kind of, a little bit, and I know in the next book that I do, for the most part, have done, I haven't looked at it in some time, it does get darker. Julian's a bit darker. Caleb is a bit darker. It's a lot sexier too, because we introduce Caleb's brother Tristan in the mix. And Tristan, I will say, is a shifter. So to add in everything, and to add in, also this intriguing relationship that Caleb also has with Olivia, that also comes into play too. And we're in for a world full of crazy between those two kingdoms. It's far from over.
And Raquel says, I think this was back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier. If characters were all perfect, it would get boring so fast.
It would. And you know what? Life isn't perfect, so there's no way. And she also asks, is there any subject matter that you feel that you just can't write about and or wish others would stop writing about? Oh, that's a good question. I've never been asked that before. I wouldn't tell anybody to not write anything. To each his own. If they want to write what they want, they can write what they want to write. It's up to me whether I want to read it or not. So I would choose just not to read it. I say it's a free country. Everybody's got a story. If they want to tell it, go ahead. That doesn't mean I have to read it. I'm gonna be blunt like that. To each his own. And I don't judge people for what they like. So, but is there any subject matter that I feel that I couldn't write about? I don't know. I don't, as much as I love historical or Regency, I don't know if it's in me to write it, or steampunk. I don't think that I could write it, even though it would be kind of cool to try it. I don't think I would be really good at it. But I do like it. I'm trying to think too. Anything I would have said a couple of years ago, death. I wouldn't be able to really write anything kind of contemporary that was close to home. Because I will say this, during By Sunset, I met my father, my late dad, and I was sick at the time too. I had some fibroid tumors. I nearly died of organ failure. So while I was recuperating, that's when I wrote By Sunset. I was hospitalized and everything because of that. So that and the fact that I got a book deal and a contract during all of that, and then on top of that, meeting my dad and finding out that I had to have brother and sister during this whole process, and finding out that I had nieces and nephews was crazy, but exhilarating, and that's something that will always be very special to me about. And he died like maybe 6 months after, so after it was published. But I thought about writing. They say write what you know, and for years I don't think I could have wrote about death or what have you. In this Hunter Springs series, I do write about it. So I think I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. That's an excellent question. Thank you, Raquel. I don't mean to be long-winded, but I was just trying to really figure it out.
That was a good question. That was a very good question. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
And it'll probably be done here in the next 10 minutes. How do you feel about the social media platforms? Do you think there's too many? Do you think there's not enough? Or do you think there was one platform that ruled them all, that if you worked on one sounding board, and I know Hootsuite was doing this for a while, but now it just seems like more social media is popping up. There's InstaPage, there's InstaFreebie, there's Authorize. I mean, there's so many different ones out there. Mm-hmm. How do you do? Do you pick and choose which social medias you want to post to? Or
yeah. I'm a Twitter and Facebook girl. However, I don't know if anybody follows Stephen Amell from Arrow.
Who?
Amell recently made an excellent point about this. He was talking about the algorithms, when you post something live. If you have a verified account on Facebook, like Tigris and myself, or some of these other people that you see, you can do live things now, and you can tape live things. But one thing too that they measure viewers on is these algorithms that go up and down on Facebook. I have an issue with that, or you have to be charged for it. Most people do not use Facebook for that reason. It's to get in touch with family or friends, or to see what your favorite author is doing without having to use 140 characters on Twitter. So I say it's a perfect opportunity for you to do that. I don't feel that you should have to boost your posts for people to see, or get charged, but it is what it is. But I really like Facebook. I really like Twitter. I use those two the most. I'm still learning Google Plus. I I like Instagram. I'm gonna start using my Instagram account a lot more than I used to. I used to use it all the time, but I really haven't really been using it an awful lot. Just lurking on Instagram pretty much. But and then I really lately too, what I think is cool, and I was looking at a lot of these, is AMAs. Those are pretty cool. People ask questions and you answer them, and I think all of this is cool. Like anything that we're able to talk to people and interact with them like we're doing now. Google is excellent at this too. Real time, I think it's good, and it gets us closer to you guys if we can't go to a convention or a signing, or if we're not close by you. It's a good time. It's a good opportunity for everybody to talk to everybody. So.
This is true, and I'm sorry I yawned. Tigris is tired. She's been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Doing 6 o'clock in the morning things. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. Congratulations to Raquel, who won everything. Thank you, Raquel, for hanging out with us. I'm sure it was.
She's like, I won the mother load.
So yes, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm going to get back to typing up the rest of the reading. I'm sure Shell has plenty of typing to do.
Yes, I have an interview that I have to do. I have an interview that I work for Talk Nerdy with Us, and I'm a contributor, and I have an interview that I have to finish up, and then I have to prep. I got a new job, everybody.
That's right, she did get a new job.
I got a new job. I'm going to be one of the contributing writers to Fashion Week. So, and actually, first thing is one of my first gigs is for Fashion Week. I'm going to be doing some top 10 lists for it. So that's going to be some of my first gigs there. Oh, dude, you got alcohol.
I do.
Hey, you know what, everybody? I will say this very superficially. Tigris, I have to ask you, what season of Supernatural are you on?
I'm still on season 1.
Dude.
I know. I only have 3 more episodes left to go. But
that's not bad.
But with that being said, being a writer and typing and I can't sit here and type and not look at Dean. Okay? I gotta look at Dean. I gotta pay attention to Dean. If I can't
see your Dean. You guys see your Jen. Do you follow them on Facebook?
No, I don't. But I saw Dean do the Harlem Shake, and he was working it out.
Yes, he's just bae. I'm sorry, Dean, Sam. I talk about flawed characters. If anybody wants to know what a character. If there was any kind of character that I could write for, would be a Sam Winchester, because he's so flawed. But I like both Winchester brothers, to be honest. They're both flawed. Dean is funny as hell. I love Dean.
Dean Winchester over here in Tigris Land. But yeah, I'm on season 1. I only have 3 more episodes to go. But let's go ahead and let's wrap everything up, everyone. Yep. Because Tigris wants to get her writing on, which means I get to get my drink on.
Yeah, she's got to get a drink on.
Yes.
Bye, everybody. It's been fun. And she goes, she's loved Sam since Gilmore goes Raquel. Amen.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.